okay? So I'm going to be showing you how to make these cereals. Now, one of the hardest things to do is spend your money, buy something that you feel is amazing for your child, and then for some reason, your child doesn't appreciate it. Some people have complained about texture, and I wanted to be able to show you exactly what is the right way to make these cereals. Because when you know that, you not only save yourself money, especially because these are so affordable, but you also save yourself time, stress, and as well as wastage. So I'm going to appreciate Colourful Giggles for allowing me to show you this, because at the end of the day, what's most important is that your child gets all of the amazing nutrients that they'll get out of this cereal. Okay, so this is a box that I just opened. This is their mixed grain with pawpaw and pineapple variants. They have 6 different variants. So we're going to do the demo with this. Now, I've got 2 different kinds of water here. I've got room temperature water, which is just normal, bottled water. Now, when you're making cereals out of water, out of any kind of liquid, you want to make sure that it is from a good source, okay? A good source. So my blue table mat is for my room temperature water, and then my red table mat is for warm water that's a little, it's a mixture of regular room temperature water and some hot water, just in case your child likes their cereal warm or doesn't like their cereal warm. Now keep in mind that these are instant, so it requires no cooking at all. But again, the ratios really, really matter. Now, each one of these cups is about 100 mils of water, give or take. And I've got fairly big tablespoons here, but we'll work with these spoons. Now, before I start mixing anything, I want to mention that all of these cereals, every single one of them has complete nutrients. So it's got carbs, it's got proteins, it's got fats. They may not have all the complete amino acids, or they may not have all the complex things that you want, but they have the essentials, okay? Essentials are really, really important when you're feeding your children, especially when you're doing complementary feeding. So they have the essentials. So now let's get into making these cereals. So I got the box here. Like I said, it's already been opened. This is 300 net weight, so that's 300 grams per box. I'm going to take one out. And I love their packaging. I love how easy it is, how sealable it is, and yes, the best part, look at that. That easy. No scissors, no trying to cut it with your teeth, none of that stuff. Opens pretty easily, okay? So I have an extra spoon here just in case I need to do some more mixing, but I wanted to have dry spoons as well. So I'm going to take my spoon. It's a clean spoon, and I have 1 heaped tablespoon and a second heaped tablespoon. Ooh, I spilled some, sorry. So put my little that I spilled back in. Now I'm starting with the room temperature water. Now if you notice, I have not added anything else. It's just the water and the cereal. So I'm gonna add a little bit first to get the paste going. Now notice what I'm doing. I'm mixing the paste with the water first, okay? Now I'm going to add some more. See, it's really thick. Add a little more. Now pay attention to the fact that I'm adding water in increments because I want to arrive at a comfortable texture for myself or whoever the person is that's eating it, the baby, your toddler, whoever, right? Okay. So that's what my extra spoon was for. Take off the excess. Mix that up. Now I'm going to add the rest of my water. Look at that. Nice, thick, and smooth. Now this, you can increase the quantity as you like. You can make more, you can add more cereal. But the goal here is that for every 90 to 100 mils of water, you're adding about 2 tablespoons of the cereal. So 2 tablespoons, about 90 to 100 mils of water. Now the thing with this cereal is as it stays out longer, it's kind of like oats, it gets thicker. So dependent on, maybe you want to add more other ingredients, maybe you want to add like banana purees or apples or anything like that, make sure that whatever you're adding doesn't add significant thickness to this, okay? If not, you will have to add some more water, okay? So that's that for room temperature. This is room temperature cereal. And it's really smooth. There's no lumps, none of that, okay? So now, let's get on to the next one. That's this one. I've got my warm water. Again, I spilled a little, so I'll take some. Okay. Same process, a little water to get the taste going. Now the textures are going to be different just because hot water just makes everything better, to be quite honest. But it's really up to you, it's really your choice. That's the texture for using warm water, okay? That's the texture. And this is room temperature water. Now remember what I said, that as it stays out longer, it's going to get thicker. Now, because the water was not so warm, you can see that the texture has changed, right? It's getting thicker as I mix that. Well, versus this is still a bit liquid, but it's also going to get thicker as it gets colder, okay? So keep that in mind when you're feeding your toddlers. If your toddler takes a long time to eat their cereals, you might want to add some more water. Now I've got some mix-ins here. I've got milk. So in case you don't want to use just plain old warm water or room temperature water, you can add milk. So I'm going to add milk to this one just because it's getting a little thick. Now if you notice, I've already mixed my milk. This is very important when you're making cereals for toddlers, especially if you're going to be using infant formula, okay? If you're going to be using infant formula and you don't want to use water, then please go ahead and mix your 90 mils of water or 100 mils of water and use that to make the cereal, okay? Again, look at that texture. Look at that. Can you see? Now for my warm water texture, I have got some dates. So I'm going to add a little bit of dates to that. This is about 1/4 tablespoon. So this is about half. I'm adding about half, okay? Now mix that into. Now if you have dates puree, you can use dates puree. If you have apple puree, you can use apple puree. Any fruits or vegetables that you want, it's really up to you. The choice is really up to you. And there you have it. This is room temperature water with some milk, and this is warm water with a little bit of dates added to this. And this is the simplest way to make any of these cereals. So rule of thumb, 100 mils of water to 2 tablespoons of any of these variants. Any one of them is up to you. I've got some chia seeds here if you feel like you want to add chia seeds to your children's cereal. I've got some baobab fruit powder, whatever is your fancy for making your child's cereal. But the goal is that these are already complete, so you don't even have to add anything if you don't want to. But if you do, you can add as you please, but make sure that it's as natural as possible. So this is me signing out. So go ahead and start making your colorful giggles the right way. Again, my name is Ifi Omestiete, and I'm the Kid Nutritionist. Bye!